The West Midlands got its 13th knife surrender bin today, this time in Walsall. Other bins, which have been rolled out across the region since 2014, have seen hundreds of weapons dumped, including shotguns.
But the murder rate has been rising steadily throughout the same period. So, are the bins really doing any good? Callum Watkinson reports.
Mark and Beverly, who are James Brindley's parents, who
20 months after their son was murdered in the street by a 17-year-old with a knife, Mark and Beverly Brindley were in Walsall to promote the installation of a weapon surrender bin. Behind every murder statistic is a family like this, trying to adjust to the loss of someone taken with violence, without warning.
We are three quarters, but the quarter that's missing is so large, actually, it doesn't feel like a quarter. Everything has changed, our lives are totally different, and we aren't able to function like a normal family anymore. We go out and we put on like a suit of armour, if you like. But of course, when we close the door and we go home, you know, we're straight back to normal life.
Life without James, who in June 2017 became one of 17 people stabbed to death in the West Midlands that year. Last year, there were more, and the overall number of crimes involving knives was up by a couple of hundred too. 13 knife bins installed across the region since 2014 have swallowed up hundreds of blades and some guns. But when prison cells and hospital beds are filling just as fast, are these bins really anything more than a rubbish PR stunt?
We suspect that very often it's the women in the family, it's granny, girlfriend, mum, who puts the knife in, having found it in the house. So that must have some impact in the house. But the knife bin itself won't solve the problem either. The problem has got to be solved by communities rallying together, doing things to prevent it. So this is one part of that.
Cuts to police and youth services, family breakdown, social media, mental health. The reasons teenagers carry knives and use them on each other are not simple. But every blade in this bin is potentially a life saved, and all here today were agreed that's a pretty good start. Callum Watkinson, ITV News, Walsall.